Alright, so what we can do now is start colouring this character now that we finished modelling. And just one other thing before we do that, I've seen a couple of discrepancies. Like here, for example, if you kind of get this kind of problem where you feel like like this bit here, it feels like the hip bit is overlapping. It's not a problem because you can select the faces. Say, let's just zoom in and maybe just kind of bring these in a little bit, bring them in. Um, let's have a look. There we go. Let's grab this edge loop here, do an edit edge flow. That does look much better. Just grab these faces here and just kind of bring them in a bit more. And then do an edit edge flow here as well. Edit edge flow. That looks much better. And let's take a look here. That seems fine. Oh, we've got it sticking out quite a lot here. Now, if you're not going to render from the back, you're never going to know, but you can actually see it sticking out here. So, let's see what we can do. So I'm going to isolate it, grab these edges here. I'm going to align the pivot here, and I'm just going to like push these in, scale, push in, and then push out. Grab this edge loop here and do an edit edge flow. Ooh, looks a bit weird, so kind of just bring these in a bit. Now let's take a look. Yeah, not bad. There we go. Job done. Still just a little bit weird here, as you can see. So we can do B for soft select and then just kind of bring it down, grab these faces here, bring them forward. And that'll do. That looks much better now. Alright, okay, so there you go. So, go through the model, and if you see anything you don't like, just quickly fix it. This seems like it might just be touching it a little bit, so I'm just going to pull it out a little bit. That's better. Uh, yeah, okay, so that's looking much better. So let's get back to what I was talking about, which is basically colouring the character. And if we take a look at a picture here, and we can actually just show it here. So image planes, click on it. Let's bring it forward to the side so it's close by. So there we go. That's the color. So what we want to do is copy this color and put it onto the model. And so we're going to look at materials. So click on this little blue sphere here with a little white circle in the middle of it. Just click on it, and this is basically the hypershade, and this is where all your materials are stored. And so we'll be using the standard, the Arnold standard surface material. So click on Arnold, and then shader, and then look for AI standard surface. Click on it, and there you go. So this is the material we're going to be using to color our model. And so we can label it. So instead of saying AI standard surface 1, we can say blue AI, and AI is the Arnold shader. So this is going to be the blue AI. So what we can do is let's have a look. It looks like this is darker blue than the rest of it. It looks like there's a darker blue and a lighter blue, two types of blue. So we can say this is the light blue AI. So we'll do the light blue first. And so with the color here, it's on white. Click on it, grab the eyedropper and just select on the light blue, and there we go. So we've got the light blue. And so what we want to do is just close this window for now because it's in the way. So all the stuff that's light blue, which is basically the shoulder, the arms, the legs. Make sure we don't grab the toes. What else is light blue? The head. And this bit here. So all this is light blue. So right click and say assign existing material and light blue AI, boom, and there you go. Now the viewport is going to show us a much darker blue, and that is why once we're done we can play around with the settings here. You can see this, the exposure. So if you hold down control then click on your left mouse button, you can increase the exposure, and you can also play around with the gamma, and also here, so that the tone mapped. And so it will give you like a better representation of what it's going to look like, but we'll do that afterwards. So click on these little icons just to bring everything back to its default. This though you can keep it on the tone map. You can play around with the others, but it's going to give you a much darker representation. So there you go. So that's the blue done, and then we can go back to the hypershade and say, alright, well, what we want is, let's just click on this to clear that workspace there. Shader. Now we want the dark blue, so it's dark blue AI. And the dark blue AI is basically the body, and it looks like it's the filter and this part of the eye. Yep, so right click and say assign existing material, dark blue, and we can open it here, dark blue AI, and in the color we can grab the eyedropper and select the dark blue, and there we go. We now got the dark blue. What's next? We can say red, so shader, AI standard surface, and say red AI. And the red parts is this chest weapon and the eye, red AI. And let's open up the materials color. Here we go. Let's grab the eyedropper and select the red. And this is also, I would say this is this light blue or dark blue? Dark blue. So dark blue. So then what we've got left is dark grey and light grey. So clean this workspace area here, go to shader and say dark grey AI, and then click on the shader again, and it's light grey AI. Okay, so the light grey is basically the pelvis, the hips, the knees, and the toes, and the fingers. Light grey. So we need to open the colour palette, grab the eyedropper, bang, sample it. Now I've forgotten here, this is light blue. So let's select it and say light blue. There we go. And so finally it's just the dark grey. So it's the legs, the spine, and the cables, and the arms. Dark grey. Now we can switch off the image plane. And there we go. We have coloured our character. Now bear in mind here he has the W1 there, which we need to texture that separately, which we will do in due course. However, this is what we have at the moment. And what you can do now is play around with the exposure and just kind of get it to the point where it kind of resembles the image. Something like that. Looks pretty good. Control S, save your scene. I'll see you next video.